Go up to the Google Sheets homepage, sign into your Google account if you aren't already, and open the spreadsheet that contains the data you need on paper. Before you do anything else, take a quick moment to scroll through your worksheet and make sure every row, column, and cell you want to print is fully visible and free of anything you'd rather leave out. If you have hidden rows or columns, or if you accidentally left in a messy draft column, now is the time to clean that up or unhide it so your printout looks exactly the way you intend. Once your sheet looks good on screen, look up to the top left corner of the page and click the File menu. A drop-down will appear, and you want to select the print option toward the middle of that list. Notice that you can also use the keyboard shortcut Ctrl-P on a PC or Command-P on a Mac, which many people find faster once they get used to it. Either way, clicking File then Print will open the print setup window that gives you full control over the output. Now you are looking at a preview panel on the right and a settings panel on the left. The very first choice you need to make is what exactly to print. Under the print section, you will see a drop-down that usually defaults to current sheet. That means only the sheet you are looking at will print, which is often exactly what you want. But if you have a large workbook with multiple sheets or tabs and you need everything, you can switch that drop-down to Workbook. If you only need a specific cluster of data, go back to your sheet before opening Print. Highlight the cells you want. Then in this same drop-down, choose Selected Cells. This is a great way to avoid printing blank rows or irrelevant header areas. Right below that, you will see a section for paper size. The default is usually letter if you are in North America, or A4 if you are in most other parts of the world, but you can change it here to match whatever paper you have loaded in your printer. If you are printing to a label sheet or a custom size, click the drop-down and scroll to find the one you need, or choose Custom and enter the dimensions. Next comes the orientation option. Portrait is taller than it is wide, good for lists and columns that are narrow, while landscape is wider than it is tall, ideal for wide tables or charts that won't fit vertically. Take a guess based on your data, but you can always switch back and forth and watch the preview update instantly, so experiment freely. Scroll a little further down in the left panel and you will see margins. You can choose from normal, narrow, or wide. Narrow margins give you more space for data, but leave less room for handwritten notes, and wide margins do the opposite. If your sheet is very close to fitting on one page, switching to narrow margins might save you from having an extra page with just one row. Below margins, you will find the scaling option. This is one of the most powerful tools in this window, because it lets you fit your entire sheet onto a specific number of pages. If you set scaling to fit to width, the sheet will scale down horizontally so no columns get cut off, and the number of vertical pages adjusts automatically. If you set it to fit to page, the entire sheet shrinks to fit on one page. You can also manually enter a percentage under normal to enlarge or reduce the print size exactly. Before you finalize anything, spend a few seconds looking at the preview on the right side of the screen. Slide your mouse over the pages, use the scroll wheel, or click the arrows above the preview to flip through every page. This preview is a true representation of what we'll print, so check for awkward page breaks where a column might be split across two pages, or a row of data is orphaned on its own page. If you see a break in a bad spot, go back to the left panel and look for the page breaks section, or simply adjust the scaling or margins a tiny bit until the preview shows a clean, readable document. Once you are satisfied, look at the top of the left panel and find the printer drop-down. Click it and select the physical printer you want to use from the list. If your printer does not show up, make sure it is turned on, connected to the same network or directly to your computer, and that you have the correct driver installed. After selecting your printer, you will see a few more options appear, like the number of copies and whether to print double-sided. Set your copies and layout preferences now. Just before you commit, give the settings one final quick scan. Confirm that the right sheet or cell range is selected, that your paper size and orientation match what you loaded in the printer, and that your scaling and margins look good in the preview. When everything looks correct, click the blue print button in the top left corner of the panel. Your computer will send the job to the printer, and within a few seconds you should hear your printer start warming up and feeding paper. You have now successfully printed a Google Sheet, free from the clutter of unwanted columns or awkward page splits. One useful next step to keep in mind: if you print the same sheet regularly, say a weekly report, you can save these exact print settings instead of redoing them each time. Just click the three-dot menu, choose Save as PDF, and keep a template you can quickly open and print later. And if you ever run into trouble with missing rows or columns on the page, always check the scaling and margins first, since those are by far the most common culprits. Thank you for following along, and feel free to come back to this guide whenever you need a quick refresher on getting perfect printouts from Google Sheets.